Welcome to The Wrap. I'm Renita Young, here to take you through today's market action. So let's take a look at where markets closed to end Monday. The S&P 500 ended around 0.4% higher, while the NASDAQ 100 and the small cap Russell 2000 ended up around 1%. The Dow also closed higher. Now, taking a look at the leading and lagging sectors on the day, 5 of the 11 S&P 500 sectors ended higher, with tech leading the way, up 1.3%. Financials were also higher, around 1%. To the downside, however, utilities fell about 1.2%, followed by real estate. Looking at some stocks on the move, Rivian shares ended around 3% lower today on news of Tesla's first Cybertruck coming off the assembly line this past weekend. Analysts at Baird say they see competitive pricing specs for the Cybertruck, which would mean a fundamental and headline risk to Rivian. So they remain cautious on Rivian ahead of its August 8th earnings report. Over the weekend, Microsoft and Sony signed a binding 10-year deal to keep Activision Blizzard's Call of Duty on PlayStation. It calmed some concerns that Microsoft would exercise its dominance in the industry after closing its acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Meanwhile, the acquisition is getting closer to closing. A U.S. appeals court denied an FTC bid to pause the deal, and the UK's Competition and Markets Authority said it prepared to negotiate with Microsoft over the terms of the deal. Shares for both Microsoft and Activision Blizzard closed higher. And Paramount shares closed nearly 4% lower after a disappointing opening box office weekend for the latest Mission Impossible movie. Analysts had forecast the film to draw $90 million domestically, but it brought in $80 million. Reports say Paramount also faces headwinds as mergers and acquisition rumors continue. Let's look at what to watch for tomorrow. On the data front, retail sales are released at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, with June industrial production at 9:15 and the Home Builder Confidence Index at 10. Then earnings is back in full swing with banks, including Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, and PNC Financial reporting pre-market. That'll do it for The Wrap. I'm Renita Young, and remember to tune in 24/7 to TDAmeritradeNetwork.com.